It's Saturday morning, 9:04 a.m., January 11th, 2025. I have been awake since about 6:58. And I'm very sad to announce that I scrolled on my phone, which I'm really trying to get away from doing. I never really know what to do in the morning. Sometimes I feel I need to jump up and start doing. And other times, I feel I need to allow myself to rest. But time awake is time thinking, and my mind runs on 1,000,000 miles a minute. I've been feeling for a minute like there's so much to unpack within myself, and it feels very overwhelming at times. I feel like I've said this in like everything that I've done, and I'm honestly really tired of saying it. But I've really been struggling with loneliness and hopelessness, and there are times and days when I think I have dug myself out of a hole, and then I slip back into one, and it feels like something I just have to wait out. Let time bring newness in her own way. I find myself feeling dissatisfied and stagnant with so many areas of my life. And maybe this week has been significantly hard because I went back to work this week. And I love Black children. I really, really do. And my heart is with them. My heart is for them. But I don't like being a teacher out of school. And people have told me like maybe I just need to teach somewhere else, and different administrations and such are different, but I don't know if I'm structured enough as a human being to be in that role. Like, I don't like the tests. I hate lines. I don't know. I'm just too free-flowing, I feel like, to be in such a space as that. Like, I always think to myself, I'm not a drill sergeant, and I don't want to feel like that ever. It's not comfortable for me. It's not something that makes me feel good, and I really do desire to feel good. I don't like waking up every day dreading my job, dreading the conversations I'm gonna have to have and be a part of. And I've ultimately just come to the conclusion that this work isn't for me at this time. And that, of course, brings people to ask, well, what's next? And I really just don't know. It's really hard for me to see past the moment. And I'm trying, I promise I am, but it just feels really fucking hard. I really need new scenery. I need something that just makes me feel borderline decent and doesn't drag and pull at my energy all the time. In other news, I'm reading the Bible, trying to read it all in a year, and it's been cool so far. I find myself interested in what happens next, and I feel like I've heard a lot of these stories before, but to read them in their full context is cool, and I'm enjoying that. Even though I am giving myself things to do, I still just feel like I am sitting in nothingness and contributing to nothing and being unproductive and having no vision and no plight and no purpose. And I hate how just self-loathing this all sounds, but it's my truth at the moment, and I'm really working to push past it. One really big conversation I've been having with myself lately is my willingness to receive love and my willingness to connect with others on a deep level. I feel very guarded and I feel skeptical. I feel like I am looking everybody very, very, very much up and down. I'm learning the balance between being tactful but not manipulative, and being open and transparent without keeping a sense of self, or while keeping a sense of self. Fine lines, fine lines. Even the things that I find myself wanting to do or halfway interested in, I feel discouraged by, or I feel discouraged to do when I think of just my lack of connectedness to people. Like, I don't really see the point in a lot of things, and I want to find new reasons. But I just don't even feel visible. And like, I hear people talking about the fear of being seen. I don't feel like I have a fear of being seen. I just feel unseen. Like, I'm actually would really like to be seen. Sounds great. With that, I was having a conversation with my mom around the holidays, and we were kind of going back and forth in me saying that in certain situations I don't feel that they speak up for themselves. They just let people think or do whatever they're gonna do, and it irritated me. And then I had a situation this week that made me realize that I do literally the exact same thing. And I'm a quiet person. I know how to speak, and people don't really realize that all the time, but I don't feel a need to prove myself in that way to others. And a lot of times my silence or my quietness isn't out of fear. It isn't out of insecurity. It's just out of, I personally don't really have anything to contribute to this. And I'm really, the homeostasis and calm that I maintain, I think I'm allowed to do because I don't give my energy to situations that my heart is not in, or that I know I have no ability to change. Like, I can't change anyone's mind or make anyone see me any differently than they already do. And trying to do that, I don't need to get caught up in, fiending for that validation for what, especially when it's from people that I don't even really respect, or whose ideas aren't even on my same paradigm. I feel like, to be completely honest, like, we are on two completely different paradigms within the same plane, and that's fine. But what holds weight in your world don't hold weight in mine, and that's okay. I'm just naming it and realizing it and saying it. So yeah. Maybe I will paint today and just stay in the house. Maybe even turn off my phone and see what happens. Maybe I will do that, actually. I've been wanting to record a video of me talking about, like, the new year and all those things and everything that last year was for me. And every time I tried to bring myself to do it, I really just didn't have the energy, and I felt like I was forcing it, and it just wasn't aligning like it should. And me talking now sounds a lot less I don't even want to say intentional, maybe as planned or mapped out as I thought it would be. However, things happen in their own timing. And shout out to anyone who has sat and listened to me talk for 13 minutes and 46 seconds. Very unorthodoxly. Don't even know if that's a word, and unorthodox sounded extreme to say in this situation, but couldn't think of anything else. I've also been, like, just consciously noticing my vocabulary and really trying to use bigger words. I kind of became aware because I was like, let me talk to the children with, like, the fullest extent of my vocabulary. And now I'm just more aware of, like, words and what they mean, and trying to articulate myself in the best way possible. So yeah, that's how 2025 has been for me so far. We'll see what happens. Love to anyone who listened. I appreciate you.